Hey everybody, it's me, Johnny Civic. That's right, coming to you from Angelo City, the Philippines. I'm going to show you what's happening here in my perch, okay? Because I'm perched out here in my apartment unit because I have to live in the Philippines because I can't afford to live in the United States, okay? And if you play your cards right, I'll be back to the USA. So, I'm here at my perch, like I said, in Angeles City, Philippines, because I'm going to say this again. I don't like the way things are going in the U.S., and I'm not going to point the finger at anybody, but those guilty parties know who they are, and I hope they give me my fair and just compensation for my injuries that I suffered here in Subic Bay on the boat, on the Kitty Hawk, my time in the Navy. You know, us veterans, that's all we ask is to be treated fairly. You know, that's all we ask. But our government, they disrespect us. They claim, oh yeah, we love our veterans, but yet they set up these bogus charities and freaking steal money. You know, and they can't afford. They send money to other countries and support these other countries, and just blow money left and right. You know, oh, we're going to go to Mars. Yeah, we're going to go. No, you're not going to go to Mars. Get off of it. You can't even go to the moon, more or less go to Mars. You know how far Mars is? We're never going to get to Mars. And why? Why? Because you destroyed the Earth so badly, you're sick and tired of living on it? You polluted the Earth so bad, and you've destroyed this Earth so bad, so much that people can't even live on it no more comfortably? Or I can live comfortably because I'm in Angeles City, the Philippines. How's that? Third world country. That's what I dreamed of when I was a kid. Yep. I'm going to serve my country and go live abroad in a third world country and live like a poor person. So I'm up here on my perch. Surrounded by clouds today. There's a plane flying away over there. The green here, folks, it is green, green, green. And that hotel right there used to be a very popular hotel back in the day when Clark Air Base, the United States Air Force Base, was, of course, operating here in the Philippines. That was a really popular hotel. But man, it's old now, but we walked by there yesterday and I swear there's a bunch of cars there. But those big buildings right there, that's called Clark City Front Mall. And that building right there is Prime City. And of course there, between it right there, the blue, between the Prime City and the brown building on the left, that is the mall. And we spend a lot of time there. They have a Texas Roadhouse there. They have a Denny's restaurant there. They have all kinds of restaurants. And that's probably really one of my favorite places to eat. And they do have restaurants in these buildings here, Clark City Front Mall. They have quite a few restaurants around here. There's plenty of places to eat. The question is are you going to like it as a foreigner? Maybe I'll talk a little bit about whether or not you want to be like this guy walking the streets right there, living in the Philippines as a foreigner. Right now the peso is 61. Last time I checked, 61 to 1, which means for every US dollar that you possess or you want to come over here to the Philippines with, every US dollar you got is equal to 61 pesos. So let's say you got $10. That's 610 pesos you got, which isn't bad. My unit here, I'm renting it for the time being and it's only costing me 40,000 pesos a month. Plus extras. I got to pay like 50 pesos, a whole 50 pesos for a big 5-gallon bottle of water, and I have it on a cooler, a electric cooler that automatically heats the water and dispenses cold water as well, ice cold water. That's the new tower, the white tower. That guy's the guy's got bucks, man. His name is maybe I shouldn't mention his name, but the guy's got the owner of all these towers and stuff, the candy towers. Expensive to live there, yeah. Very expensive to live there. There's a couple right there walking down the street with a little baby. Yeah. I don't know if you can see them or not. Let's see, it rained last night. Yeah, it looks like a foreigner and his Filipino with a little baby. Yeah. So, as I was saying, if you plan on coming over to the Philippines, which right now, it's very sketchy on travel just because of what's going on in the world. But again, the peso is 61 to 1. I wouldn't come over here with, less than $2,000-$3,000 a month income. Just because you're going to have a lot of expenses. Of course, you got to pay. My last plane ticket was, it cost me like $1,000 just to come over here. Which I really shouldn't be spending that kind of money on a plane ticket, but I had no choice. Like I said, I couldn't afford to live in my own country because of my so-called government that just loves taking taxpayer money and throwing it in a trash can and spending and spending and spending and corruption and corruption and corruption. You know how that goes. It's been the same way since the dawn of time, since mankind first walked the face of the earth. There's been thieves and, every bad kind of person, murders and terrible people ever since time began. Nothing's changed and nothing will change. But you got to make the best of life. You can't just sit there and grovel and complain and say, might as well just quit. It's never going to get better. It's not going to get better. I seriously doubt that anything is going to get better in this world, just due to the fact that the way things have always been. But as you can see from the scenery here, let me show. See, the street is wet. It rained last night. This is rainy season here, and it'll end. Rainy season ends about December. It could start in as early as May, June, July. That's the beginning. Right now we're in June, and it's already starting. But we're having this typhoon that really was headed towards Japan. It really just brought a lot of rain to the Philippines. That's all it did. It didn't, as far as I know, it didn't cause any damage, which is good. And the Angeles City was in the world news about a week ago or so. That building collapsed right here. They were very close to here. Building fell down. I think 6 people got killed. My friend Chad did his video on it. Did a good report on that. A good report, even though it was a bad thing that happened. But yeah, like I say, I'm living here in the Philippines. I want to give a shout out to my friend JR and Asia, Lisa and Al. Check out their channel. Very good channel in my opinion. United States Marine. I'm a sailor, he's a Marine. My cousin Paul's a Marine. Cousin Bobby's a Marine. Those are the only people I really know. I hang out with other people, but I know a lot of military people, if that means anything. But yeah, it's the whole point, We serve this country, and then what? Can't even live in our own country. We gotta go live in a foreign country, a third world country. Gotta go live in a third world country because our country is controversial. It's rocked by scandal, political scandals, you name it. Scandal, scandal, scandal. Let's see if I can get you a shot of that really jagged peak mountain over there. See that mountain over there? Jagged. It looks like almost a perfect triangle if that one right side was clean, you know. These mountains are incredible. That's the thing about the Philippines. If you can travel, you're going to see some incredible things. And let me see if I can get it here. Right there. That's the Hotel California. Right there. Welcome to the Hotel California. Well, that, like I said before in my other video, that's a California hotel. I don't even know if that's operating. It might be. Yeah, that hotel might be operating it. I haven't really walked by there too many times lately. Doing too many other things, walking other places. But my right hip is killing me, unfortunately. My left shoulder. So one of these days, I'm going to be in some serious trouble. I'm going to need some serious medical treatment again. But does my government care? Hell no, they don't care. I told this one guy, and he got a little irritated. He was supposed to be helping me. I haven't heard anything from Colorado VA. But I told this one guy, I said, you know what one attorney told me one time? He said, as far as veterans compensation goes and getting your just compensation for your injuries, he said, well, let me back up, because I asked him, I said, what is taking so long on my claim? Why is my claim taking so long? I'm at 60% now. I definitely should be at 100%. He said, I said, why is my claim taking so long? I filed my claim back in 1983. They denied me, of course, and I had to, years later, I had to go back at it. I thought I could go back to work, and every time I go back to work, I'd get injured again and again, and the back injury and the neck and the knees and everything. And I asked that attorney, I said, why is it taking so long for me to get my just due compensation? It's already destroyed my life, man. I'm living on the edges now. I'm living on the fringes. I'm divorced, you know. My life's pretty much, it's done as far as, it's not completely over, I hope. But back to the attorney, I asked the attorney, why is it taking so long? He says, because they are waiting for you to die, Mr. Carter. They're waiting for you to die, sir. And that way they don't have to pay you no more. True. Can't pay a dead man money. The dead man can't collect money. So to all you veterans out there, fight your government. Get your just due compensation. If you served for your injuries, get it. Get what they owe you. You know, they're sending money to all these other countries for what? And I also heard that they're going to be paying other militaries, not from the United States, other militaries, they're going to be paying them. So they're going to take that money that is due to you, us veterans, and give it to some other people in other countries. It's not fair. Like I said, it's so corrupt, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway. Watch this. Philippine Laundry. Philippine Laundry. And right there. Right there. That's a ramshackle, people just living underneath that tree in a makeshift house. That's my laundry place. Anyway, this video is getting a little long in the saddle, like I always say. Shout out to Chubbs DC, my friend, shooting videos. Keith Mackey, who no longer shoots videos. Hang in there, Keith. It'll get better. It'll get better. He's going through a little deal here. Anyway, Ann's Adventures. Jeez, who else? Well, I don't know. I gotta cut this video off because I got a life to live, folks. Believe it or not. Johnny Subic out. Eat your tamales, okay? I ate some really good rice last night, so think about that.